I believe the hope we have for this world is directly correlated to how often we allow ourselves to dream. And frankly, I'm fucking over people putting dreams in boxes of what's realistic or sensible or practical when we'd never ask that of hope. I know you feel tired. I do too. We're doing it anyway. A podcast for tired dreamers, unpacking the expectations, the conditioning, the fear and shame alongside other cages we may not yet know we're living inside. By the way, I'm Cait. Let's get into it. Hello. Oh my goodness. Admittedly, I'm kind of in a weird mood. You know how last week I did that thing where whenever the last episode came out, I did that thing where I skipped my entire morning routine, including coffee. And I just decided to record a podcast episode about allowing people to be who they are, let them episode. I did that again today. I just felt really inspired to come on here based on a conversation I had a couple of days ago, where we don't know the significance of what we're doing, and we may never know the significance of what we're doing, but that, especially with the access to everything that we have this day and age, I think it's important that whatever it is that you decide to do with your time, that you realize that it will at some point have impact in ways that you cannot possibly understand. And what I mean by that is, I think that we get caught up when we think about greatness in this world. And I don't know, maybe you are sitting here being like, I don't have a desire to be great. I don't have a desire to, cure cancer or solve world hunger, or I don't know, solve the problems of the world. Again, I haven't had coffee yet, so just go with me. So it's like, you might not have any of those aspirations. But I thought back to this time when I was sitting in Italy. I was sitting in Italy. I was walking in Italy. I was doing a lot of things in Italy. And, but something that struck me is, you walk down these streets or you look at the buildings, because we all are just so enamored by the architecture there. And I thought to myself, when these were built, like the Colosseum, the Parthenon, when these things were built, they did it by hand or, pulley system or whatever, but it's like manual labor to these things that now we marvel at. And I was thinking about the men that owned those hands that built these things. And, I'm sure it's like we never know how significant the small things are going to be, because, it's like they got up, they ate breakfast of whatever sort that they ate breakfast back then. Probably, on the way to work, on the way when they walked to wherever it is that they were, when they walked to the Colosseum, to build it, they ran into their neighbor who complained about his girlfriend or whatever, or he complained about his, significant other's cooking last night, or they talked about the same things that we talk about, whether it's, the merchant down the street rose his prices for bread and now he requires 2 goats, or what. You can clearly see that I have no idea about what the currency system was like back then. And I'm not even going to pretend like I do, but you understand the concept of what I'm saying is the people that built with their hands, the historical monuments and landmarks, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Egyptian pyramids, like, they were just like us, and now we walk down the streets of Rome, and I'm specifically talking about the Colosseum because it was what I was, marveling at the time. I have this, like, funny little I think it might be a boomerang or something of me, like, putting my hands on the walls of the Colosseum because it's like the hands that have touched that stone throughout the, you know, centuries, thousands of years, whatever it is. Like, it's remarkable to me because, I don't know any of their names that made that moment for me possible, but I know that they existed. And, you know, knowing that the person that put that stone there existed and having the perspective to, feel gratitude, feel wonder, to feel possibility. Like, I don't, did that person ever think that what they were doing with their 9 to 5 or whatever their hours that they were while they were building the Colosseum would have that kind of impact? Did they ever think that people all of these years later would be, walking up to this thing that you helped create? And don't get me wrong, I recognize that it's like slave labor. I recognize that. Um, I guess that what I'm getting at is that we don't, we go through our lives every day. So flash forward to our current state right now, and we go through our lives every day, and, I think for a great portion of it, think that the like minuscule things, the smaller things that we do, the things that we contribute to that we don't even know we're contributing to like conversations, to spaces online now, communities, you know, I sometimes have another weird thought, which is like, if everything we built on the internet could like have mass and take up space in real life, like what would it look like? Like, and just obviously things like Facebook and Google, like, would they, what would be the mass of them in comparatively to like a continent or a country or Apple or something? I know, what a weird thought. But I think about that because it's like the things that people built then, like the Colosseum or the Egyptian pyramids, like we're building infrastructure, but online now. And that people that are contributing in just a small way to the online space, that what you are contributing might not feel as significant as, you know, the people that built the marvelous things like the Colosseum or the Egyptian pyramids. But I don't really think that they thought about it like that either. Again, I recognize that it's slave labor, probably, in multiple cases of this, of the things that I'm referring to. So I'm not naive to think that. But I guess the point that again, to reiterate the point I'm trying to make is that, you don't really know what about you and about what you're doing is significant. And I, um, whether you're stuck at a job that you don't like right now, or that you're in a current situation that you're not satisfied with, I hope you know that your part in any of it matters. Um, and you might never know truly just how much. So, whatever you're going to do, I hope you are all in for it. And this directly, um, contradicts a couple of episodes where I said you get to decide where you put your energy. And if that means your job only gets like 70% of your energy because you need to, you know, spend 30% of that energy on the dreams you have or the people you want to be or the partner you want to be or whatever after you're done with work. That's still all in to your life. That equates to 100%. That's consciously making choices on where you're devoting your energy. And that fact that it's conscious means you're all in. That means you're not leaving a single percentage behind or up for grabs or on accident. And so I just wanted to reiterate that because it did sound like I contradicted myself, which I probably will do more times than not. And I will not catch it on every occasion, but that's okay. I'm human. I'm just a girl. So in conclusion, I just felt like it was really important to come and remind you that who you are and what you're doing matters. And you may never truly know how much. And I hope that gives you some perspective and maybe some courage to devote your energy and time to something that matters to you, that feels important for you. Because unlike those people that built, these monuments that we marvel at, those people that use their own two hands to do it, not by choice, often by force, that we have an incredible opportunity at our fingertips here. And that just by simply being who you are, I mean, look, I'm just showing up. I'm just, like I said, I'm just a girl. And I'm just a person that deeply believes in other people. With everything I've got, it makes me emotional, literally, to talk about how much I believe in you and believe in people and believe in the goodness of people, in spite of the fact that the world looks so devastating right now. I believe in the transformation of people when we come together and we do this. And so I have to believe that some way, somehow, even if I may never know in my lifetime, that by sitting down and saying these words and recording this and putting it out there, that it matters, that I'm raising the energetic frequency of the world around me by showing up and being fully who I am and playing full out in the one shot I got at this thing called life, this group project that we're doing. I know that kind of freaks people out sometimes, but I'm just like, does it freak you out because you're just not proud of what you're doing right now? Or what? Why does it freak you out? Because we just never know when it's going to happen? I don't know. Anyway, I really need coffee. I think I said that at the end of the last episode too, where I'm like, oh my God, okay, I really need coffee. Really, really, really need coffee. But I really do. I love you so, so, so much. I deeply believe in you so much. And I'm not really sure when this episode's coming out. Because like the schedule's kind of weird right now. The podcast episodes come out on Mondays, but I haven't really decided if it's every other Monday or if it's every Monday. And I'm not really sure if I will ever make that decision fully. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this feels like it should go next week. This feels like whatever. Anyway, all that to say, if you haven't signed up for my coaching program yet, or not my coaching program, my coaching project, and topics around, what you believe, the habits you have, the values you have, the core values you have, the boundaries you wish to set. Like, if you're just sitting there listening to this right now, thinking that what you might be spending your time doing isn't what you want to be doing for the rest of your life, for however long that is, please reach out to me. Please join the coaching project. I'll put the link in all the places that I live on the internet. So Instagram, my Substack community, and then also I will put it in the show notes, the link to sign up for the coaching project. It's totally free. Literally, it's just an expression of me living into a core value of mine that everyone should have access to support, to feel seen, heard, and valued. Like whenever they need it. And so that's like what I want to do. And through, my education and my background and everything, like I have the tools to help you and to, walk through this together. So I that's my purpose. It's like I didn't spend 33 years of my life down countless rabbit holes to learn about the capacity and the potential and the possibility that's within you and humanity, to just gatekeep it and keep it to myself. So yeah, if what you're doing right now, how you're spending your time doesn't feel like enough for you, you're not alone. And please book a call in my coaching project. It's 75 minutes of my time completely for free, because lately I've just felt a little bit disconnected from why I got into this work. And I think the best way to re-inspire myself is to reignite myself through the very work that I want to do. So please allow me to do it. So again, book the call through you'll see the links, whether it's on my Instagram, whether it's on the Substack, my email list, or here in the show notes. Book the call. Let me support you. And like we always say, I deeply believe in you. You are enough just as you are. You don't have to change a damn thing to earn that. You're resilient and brave and beautiful, and you are 1 in 400 trillion. The odds of you being here, 1 in 400 trillion, that quite literally makes you a miracle. That means that if you are here, it is on purpose. And I think that's fucking beautiful. And I'm so grateful to be in energetic connection with you wherever you are listening to this. So like I say, until next time, always stay hungry.